Hey, this is Moto22, and this is my guide for destroyer competition. Some things I'll talk about are laying smoke, spotting torps and ships, firing your torpedoes, and shooting your guns. So the strategy that I'm about to show you is the smoky gun strategy. To do this strategy, you either need 2 destroyers and a battleship, or a destroyer and a cruiser with smoke, such as the Katootsof that Brujo is playing. Step 1 is to advance towards where you want to go. In this case, we're going to go to B. I get ahead of Brujo directly in front of where he's going. That way when I hit smoke way in front of him, it blocks the enemy's view of him, so that way he can approach undetected. I make my line of smoke as long as possible, veering off to the right. That way Brujo can get his rear guns in action easier. Once I lay the smoke, I get in front of it to spot ships or torpedoes. In this case, we find an enemy gearing, and that gearing has no idea there's a Katootsof in the smoke right in front of him. In competition play, you never really want to start shooting your guns. Although in this case, I was spotted anyways by this gearing, so I took shots because I was already spotted. As you see, between the Katootsof and myself, we do about 10,000 damage to this gearing right off the bat. I noticed the gearing was headed towards B, so I thought he would go in the north part of B and try and cap it, so I sent some torpedoes his way. Typically in competitions, capping bases right away is not necessarily important. What's most important is doing the right play and killing ships. Like I said earlier, you usually don't want to shoot your guns, although if you find a low health ship, you definitely want to try and kill it. In this case, the gearing has 2,000 health or so, and I end up finishing him off before my torpedoes get there.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
The main reason you don't want to shoot is because you remain spotted for 20 seconds after you're done shooting. And in this case, the Minotaur hits me a couple times. So all in total, I traded 5,000 health to kill the gearing. I stay ahead of Brujo to continue to spot torpedoes. In this case, I was worried about the Minotaur's torpedoes in case if somehow he was able to push out. Although you don't want to stay too far ahead of your cruiser or battleship because you push out of their anti-aircraft bubble and you don't want to leave it. So Brujo's smoke is about to expire, and if you see where my destroyer is right now, it's too early to start hitting my smoke. So I wait just a little bit, and I get my ship pointed in the right direction. That way I can go full speed ahead, and then I start smoke.
Smoke generator started.
Waiting to start your smoke like that will maximize the big line of smoke that you can make. And while I was recording this, I accidentally paused the replay in 4 ships, so I edited that out. I fired my torpedoes on both sides of the island just to hope for a random hit on the Minotaur. Again, once smoke is done, I stay in front of the smoke to spot ships and torpedoes, while Brujo stays in it and is able to shoot safely. This game has progressed far enough to where I know the 2 enemy Fletchers that are left are not near B, nor is the Minotaur going to come around the corner with this Hydra on. So that gives me an opportunity to hop into the cap. As soon as I get into the cap, I get my bow facing Brujo. In case if enemy planes come and try to spot me, I can hightail it back to him fast. Since I paused the replay earlier, all the smoke rings bug out now, so don't pay attention to them. The carrier does send some fighters to try and spot me, and I go full speed ahead towards Brujo to get into his anti-aircraft. You want to leave your anti-aircraft off until you're spotted by planes, then you can turn it back on. As I'm headed to Brujo, I see that the Montana is advancing over there, so I shoot torpedoes in his general direction. So Brujo starts his smoke, and I use that opportunity to get into his smoke and start shooting at the Montana to hopefully set fires. I accidentally went too far forward when I went into the smoke and I had left smoke, so I got spotted, but that wasn't a big deal. In competition play, you only want to shoot your guns when you can either shoot over an island and remain undetected, or you can bum some smoke from somebody and get a couple shots in. Also, with this strategy, with you sitting in your buddy's smoke, you're right there when he needs your smoke. Timing your smoke is key to maximize the length of your line of smoke. As you see, it's a seamless transition for Brujo to go into my smoke. Once again, once my line of smoke is done, I leave it to spot ships, spot torpedoes, and my torpedoes are about to reload, so I'm going to close the distance with that Montana and fire some more torpedoes into them. The Minotaur laid smoke for the Montana, so that's my target now for my torpedoes. And again, since I paused the replay, it looked like I was about to torpedo my friendly battleship, but it's just all buggy. Now that I've fired my torpedoes into enemy smoke, there's no reason for me to be so far away from Brujo, so I'm making my way back there to be inside this anti-aircraft bubble and to be there for his smoke.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
During this whole thing, me and Brujo are talking to each other, asking each other, hey, how long is on your smoke? Okay, mine's ready in this many seconds. Communication is key between you and your buddy. Again, I get into Brujo's smoke and shoot over the island and those low health ships. That way I can get some damage in and maybe kill one of them. So Brujo went too far forward by accident and left smoke. That or the New Orleans radar, I forget what happened. Either way, I saw it happen. I went full speed ahead to lay smoke for him. When this kind of situation happens, you don't have to worry about making your line of smoke absolutely perfect. You just start it and get him invisible as soon as possible. If you see the New Orleans is pretty low health, and his radar is either up or he has it available. Either way, he's a huge threat to our smoky gun strategy and he needs to die. So I continue to fire even though I'm spotted. Again, a low health ship, in this case that destroyer. I continue to fire even though I'm spotted, but I use the island over here to get unspotted. And then he died. And if those Yugamos torpedoes somehow missed, I'd have mine ready along with Brujos. So there's no way that battleship was going to kill us. Thanks for watching. That's my smoky gun strategy for destroyers in a competition. And this is just the rest of the game.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.